The abomination of desolation. The seventh and final sign of the end of the era was eventful, and Christians remaining in or near Jerusalem were instructed to escape at once. This was the armed invasion of Israel. Matthew chapter 24. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place, whoever reads, let him understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not get down to take anything out of his house, and let him who is in the field not go back to get his clothes. The passage Christ quoted is in the Old Testament book of Daniel, chapter 9, which prophesied the coming of the foreign armies to destroy the city of Jerusalem and the temple. The Hebrew word for desolation, used throughout the Old Testament, indicates idols and filth and idolatry practices and depicts the enemies of Israel. The parallel reference in Luke clearly explains that the abomination of desolation referred to the armed invasion of Jerusalem. Luke chapter 21, but when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know that its desolation is near. Then let those who are in the Judea area flee to the mountains. Let those who are in the midst of her depart, and let not those who are in the country enter her. For these are the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. In history, Jerusalem was surrounded and attacked on several different occasions. But this specific event Jesus referred to as the abomination of desolation seems to be the attack on Jerusalem by Israel's fiercest and age-long nemesis, the Edomites, in AD 68. The Edomites had in the past attacked Israel and greatly ravaged the city of Jerusalem, much to Israel's misery. True to their form, in AD 68, the Edomites surrounded Jerusalem one evening with about 20,000 troops. According to Matthew's text, the Great Tribulation was to take place in the middle of history and not at the end, for nothing similar had ever occurred. Matthew chapter 24, but woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days, and pray that your flight may not be in winter or on the Sabbath. For then there will be great tribulation, such has not been since the beginning of the world, until this time, no, nor ever shall be. Luke chapter 21, but woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days, for there will be great distress in the land and wrath upon these people, and they will fall by the edge of the sword and be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem will be trampled by Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. Therefore, Jesus' prophecy of the Great Tribulation refers to the destruction of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem in that generation in AD 70 alone. The Great Tribulation of AD 70 was an absolute and unique event never to be repeated. The Great Tribulation does not fit into another future double fulfillment scheme of interpretation. When the siege of Jerusalem was over, more than 1 million Israelites were killed, and close to another million more were sold into slavery throughout the Roman Empire. The whole of Judea was depopulated and lay smothered in ruins. God bless.